Visa refusal for international students, especially for Australia. Well, hot topic for many students, or I would say among students who are considering of studying their higher studies in Australia, either it be for bachelor's or master's. From time to time, over the last 6 months, 8 months, I would say, we have been constantly getting this question like, what are the visa chances? What is the probability of securing a visa for their higher studies? Should they apply for their higher studies at this point of time, or should they wait for the things to get settled? Because there were rumors that the Australian government is implementing cap system, or they have actually done that. They are refusing visas for no reason at all. So what's actually going on? Well, everyone has their own perspective, but talking about it from the perspective from the industry, what's happening within the industry, what the people like the specialists in the industry they are talking about, and what you can do, especially in case unfortunately if you have a visa refusal. So first thing first, what's the current trend? Well, the current trend at the moment is that unless you have a good profile, or I would say an excellent profile, I wouldn't say, or we wouldn't recommend of applying for your Australian student visa. If you have a gap which is unjustified or which you can't justify at all, your funds like financial documents are not strong enough, your overall profile doesn't seem legit, or it's lacking in one way or the other, I would highly recommend to work on your profile, sort out your documents first, either it be funds or it would be education related, your work experience, whatever it is, sort them out, wait for the things to get better a little bit for maybe 6-8 months, and then apply. In case if you are one of those students whose profile is exceptionally well, let's say for example you recently done or completed your A level, or you have done your bachelor's, it's been 1 year or 2 years after your graduation and you've been working in a relevant field, and you're now thinking of going for your higher studies for your master's for example, so you can by all means should and must apply. Now what if you don't have the legit documents and you still want to apply? Well, you have to work on your documents. Let's say for example language requirement, your financial documents, and talking about the financial documents, like where those funds came from, who's supporting you, who's sponsoring you. So make sure every single document is properly aligned, it goes well with your overall profile, the degree, the course, the university that you are applying for has to be aligned with your previous studies, with your background, with your future career prospect. If everything is in place and according to your plan, then you definitely should apply. Now going forward, how to make sure that you don't make a mistake while submitting your documents or while applying for your student visa. Well, there are a few things that you have to keep in mind. Don't go for private colleges, like a lower level private colleges. Reason being that increases the chances of your visa refusal. I'm not saying they are not legit or the quality of education is not good or whatever. That's not the case. But obviously, if you're going for a higher tier university, let's say University of Sydney, UTS, maybe Monash, Melbourne Uni, RMIT, Swinburne, whatever, and if their programs are obviously highly ranked, then obviously that increases the probability of securing your visa. So along with the legit universities, their program, it goes hand in hand with your overall profile, right? So submitting your relevant up-to-date document which are officially and recently attested, that's the most important thing. Working on your overall profile, let's say for example if you're showing that you have a proper decent work experience, then that has to be supported not only in terms of your work experience letter, not only your payslip, but that payslip should be deposited in your bank account, that is, or should be on your name, and you have to attach that bank slip or bank statement along with your document, so that is actually verifiable. Last but not the least, what is it that you can do to reduce your overall chances for visa refusal? Well, work on your overall profile, get as many certification, as many internship experience. If you are especially applying right after your A level, try to get as many internship as you possibly can. If you're applying for your masters after your graduation, make sure you have a 1 or 2 years of at least work experience. to support your claim that this master's degree is actually going to support with your future career prospects. So for example, either it be engineering, either it be IT, health related field, make sure you would be able to support that claim along with the work experience that you have got. Now, what if you got the admission, let's say for example, you submitted your application, you got the offer, you accepted the offer, you got the confirmation of enrollment, you applied for the visa, but what if your visa gets refused? Now, there are actually not one, not two, but three things that you can do. One is, by all means, you can definitely go for another country, look for other options. Let's say for example, if your visa got refused for Australia, that doesn't mean that your visa is likely to get refused for USA, UK or Germany. That depends. If your visa got refused for no reason or for unnecessary reason, then obviously you can definitely apply for other countries. But in case if you submitted like dodgy documents, then obviously you know what to do. The second thing that you can do is wait for 1 year or 18 months roughly, keep working, keep doing the same job or maybe another job that you were doing, or start working in a company if you're, or maybe start get yourself an admission in a local university for your bachelor's degree, and maybe apply after 1 year, because it has happened in the past that students who got their visa refused earlier, they got their visa later on after a year or two. And I'm not giving you or telling this based on one example. I have had so many students whose visa got refused during COVID or pre-COVID, and then after applying, they applied actually after 2 years or 3 years, they got their visa. The third and the most important thing, or the part or the thing that many students don't know, which we recently came across and we did, and it actually worked. In case if your visa got refused based on some generic reason that you don't have strong economic ties with the home country, or this course doesn't go well with your career prospects or whatever. So the thing that you can do, especially if you had applied for a higher ranked university and that got refused based on being admitted into that university, the thing that you can do is make sure the university doesn't cancel your COE. They don't cancel your COE. Give them a call, or ask your agent or ask your consultant to call and inform the university that you actually would like to reapply for the visa. Though the university will automatically get to know the decision by the department, however, if you can take them in confidence, and if you actually have your excellent profile, the university would easily say yes, that by all means you can go ahead and reapply for the same visa again. So what has happened is, last year we had one student who applied for his master's degree in University of Western Australia. The guy had an excellent profile. He's been to UK, he's been to Malaysia for his bachelor's degree. He had reference letter from professors from his bachelor's degree, like high ranking professors. Excellent profile, work experience was exceptional. He got refused based on a generic reason. So the first thing that we did, we contacted the university, informed that we or the student would like to reapply based on the existing COE. We did. We reapplied for the student, mentioned everything again, but maybe a bit more in detail, like why they should consider, why there's a bit of a misunderstanding by the previous officer, that why his visa got refused and so on and so forth. And within a week, the student got his visa. Currently he is in his, I believe, second year. He's continuing with his studies in the same university. So there are always ways around in case if your visa gets refused. First, you need to work on your profile, make sure everything is all legit, documented, attested. Your overall profile goes along with the career and the degree that you are willing to apply for. And then in case if A and B doesn't work out, you have plan C, which is reapplying for the same university based on the same COE, and hopefully and most probably the things or the decision can go in your favor. So in case if you are applying for your higher studies, either it be for bachelor's or master's, regardless whichever university in Australia you're willing to apply and need a bit of a consultation or maybe some experienced help, feel free to reach out to Edvise Hub. We have consultants, we have migration agents who are there to assist you with whatever queries you may have, and in case if things doesn't go well, we have a proper team to assist you.